shouldn't be filming right now because I am not in a good mood. I'm really like very emotional right now. I actually wasn't wearing any pants when I was filming that video. Hi everyone, it's Marianne and welcome to my Wasteless Life. In this video, I'm sharing with you how am I decluttering my plants, doing the whole Marie Kondo with my plants and downsizing them to the amount of plants that I am more comfortable and happier with. And the thing is though, I planned this video for a long time. I keep teasing it, even I think as early as last year when I was doing Plantmas. And this video went a little bit differently than what I planned. My initial plan for this video is really go through the whole KonMari method, remove all of my plants on my shelf, put it on my floor, maybe even on my bed because I can't fit them all on my floor. I have a very small room, and then actually pick out which plants sparks joy for me and which ones that I need to let go. But then the other day when I was just doing my regular plant chores, or actually I was shooting the B-roll for my pink plants video, and everything just like really went wrong. I have soil spilling all over the carpet, I have leca falling, and water from those plants in leca topping over and spilling water on my power strip, almost causing a fire, and I just had it. So I just like started doing the whole Marie Kondoing process, taking out all the plants that I no longer want or no longer want to keep. But the thing is though, it is winter, so even though I want to let go of those plants, I have no place to put them. I still have to keep them in my room. So what I did was I kept all the plants that I want mostly on this side and kept all the plants that I no longer want in my wicker plant shelf. So in the following clips you'll see that process, and I sound a little bit frustrated in this video, especially while I was going through the plants, cleaning up and everything. So I'm sorry about that. Apologize also for my appearance. I actually wasn't wearing any pants when I was filming that video. So hopefully I properly edited the video and you won't see anything indecent. But yeah, let's get on with this video. Enjoy this vlog and I'll see you at the end of it. I was gonna wait until tomorrow to film this video because I still have to edit my pink plants video, but while I was shooting the b-roll for that one, I made such a mess in my room. And honestly, I shouldn't be filming right now because I am not in a good mood. I'm really like very emotional right now. It's just like I made so much mess and it's just really time to Marie Kondo my plants. So I've already taken out some of the plants that I don't want in my room anymore, and I just thought of picking up the camera and film the process instead of like redoing everything again tomorrow. But yeah, so as you can see, my room is a mess and everything here is empty now because I have just like vacuum, but there was like soil over here, leca, and even water got into the power strip. And yeah, so I kind of removed some of the plants already. And in the IKEA greenhouse cabinet, like I literally don't have pants on, and I don't want you to see my reflection on the mirror, but or on the glass. But over here I am also going to be taking out some more plants over here. Like in this wire grid, I'm probably going to get rid of like half of the plants hanging up there. But this one over here, I am keeping, except for maybe the Monstera Siltipicana. I'm debating whether I'm going to keep that one or not. And everything here I'm going to keep. And everything here also I'm going to keep, except for this one, because I'm still waiting for it to rehab, and once that recovers I'm probably also gonna like either sell it or trade it out. And everything up here as well is staying, and so are the ones hanging up here. This two are staying. This one I'm debating if it's going to stay. The ones hanging up there are all staying. This one down here is staying, and this one here is staying. Probably not this one. This one I am like debating whether I'm gonna keep or not. It's my Ficus Burgundy. I do have the Ruby Ficus Elastica, and I'm looking to get the Taniki, and I already have like a couple of other ficuses, so I might let go of this one too. I guess just to show you like kind of like a real behind the scenes. So look how messy my bed is. And So this Monstera Deliciosa, it is a cutting. I do have another one downstairs, and here, oops, that's my YouTube page. So let me, but oh my god, yeah, see, everything is a mess in this room right now. That's why I didn't want to film. I was waiting till tomorrow to film this, but I mean, since I'm already doing it, let me do it anyways. And yeah, so this Monstera Deliciosa, it is a cutting. It is in like a, I kind of want to have a Monstera Deliciosa in my room, so I might keep this, and then I'm just gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with it over spring. And the Pilea Preparamodes, the Glacier, the, what's your name, the Crimson Queen, I'm not even sure. This is not the setup for it. Like I said, I'm like in the middle of like fixing everything up, so it looks messy. I had the Therapeutic with an here. I took it out. It's already outside. And let me take out my camera stuff. And this neon pothos on the trellis, I had to take it out from the other side and just place it here right now. I'm so sorry, neon pothos. My camera stuff. I have like a pillowcase over here. But yeah, and I got the Thigh Constellation Monstera. Like, this area is also a mess. Yeah. So I'm taking out this golden pothos and replacing it with a philodendron lime and putting it up back here. Okay, so here is what I got so far. It's looking a lot better now with half of the plants. So not really half, but it feels like half of the plants I already like took out of the room. So basically what I did is any plant that I don't want in my room anymore, or I'm thinking of giving up or selling or trading down the road, I took out of the room. But like I said, here in the greenhouse, there's probably a couple plants that are staying here because I'm rehabbing them, namely the Monstera Celtipicana and the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. Everything else is staying up there. Up here, I did take out the snake plant and the ZZ Raven. I put the Hoya Crimson Queen over there. Not in the most ideal place because that doesn't get enough light, but we're putting it there for now. And I put the ZZ Raven over here. It is shooting out new growth, but as you can see, a little bit leggy, so I'm giving it a little bit more light. And the neon pothos I took out of the trellis. This needs watering really soon because the leaves are getting a little bit soft. I think a lot of the plants here actually needs watering too. This one stays up here, and like I mentioned earlier, the ones up here stayed. I took out the wire grid just because it's just too much. I love the concept of it, but it's just like a little bit too much. I just put back up this letterboard up here, and a couple of plants that I'm debating to keep or would like to keep from the wire grid, I just hanged in the sides of the IKEA greenhouse cabinet for now. Again, not sure if I'm keeping them. Yeah, I took out half of the plants that I no longer wanted off the wire grid over here and put the Monstera Celtipicana over here. Like I said, I already have this one, so I'm not looking to keeping that one. And on top over here, I'm keeping both Pearls and Jade because those aren't really mine. Those are my sister's. When the weather is a little bit better and she's getting a lot more light in her room, I'm putting those back over there. So it's just really going to be this Manjula Pothos Sport and the Philodendron Lime up here. And as you can see, I still have my Spider Bunny over here, my Syndapsus Pictus Argyrius, and the Silvery Ann, and just the Monstera Deliciosa. Eventually I want to get rid of this because as you can see, it has a lot of damage and the mirror is broken, but I'm not going to deal with that today. And this wicker shelf, I want to keep it, but it just doesn't go with my room anymore, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. But I did empty it out because all the plants that I say I'm going to get rid of, I'm just going to store all of them here right now, so just they're all in the same place. So once I put them back all here, I'm going to show you what are those plants are. So here are the first batch of plants that I'm getting rid of. I'm going to show it to you one by one. This is the Peperomia obstifolia. It is getting too big. I actually might use this for a upcoming propagation video and propagate from this before I give it away. And this Haworthia, this is technically my very first plant. This is the succulent that I bought before I started getting into plants. I had this in my office, and it's been actually about maybe 4 years old already. That's why I'm holding on to it for sentimentality value, but I think I should just let it go. And the single leaf Hoya carrii, I'm probably just gonna gift this. If anybody wants it though, let me know. I can give this away. The Peperomia Hope that I got off a trade, I just not very into it anymore. And also this Peperomia Pixie, I'm just not into Peperomia in general, so I'm just not gonna mess with that anymore. And this, I actually forgot to mention this in my favorite pink plants, but it is the Tradescantia Spacathea. It is the oyster plant. So I'm thinking of either giving this away or I'm gonna use it for the grow frame that I'm about to build. This one is the Pilea peperomioides. Not that I don't like this one, but I still have the mother plant and I just don't want duplicates anymore. And this is the one that made me mad today. It just dropped. It's in Leica, so it spilled Leica and water all over. It spilled water on my power strip, like it nearly caused a fire. So this one is definitely gonna go. And the Callavia White Fusion, I have mentioned it in previous video. This one is just a spider mite magnet, and I'm not really happy with it. It's not happy with me, so I'm just gonna let it go. So these are all the plants that I'm Marie Kondoing. Don't spark joy for me anymore. This is not all the plants. I still have some plants downstairs that I also have to make my decisions on which one I'm gonna keep, which ones I'm not. But for my bedroom, these are the ones that I'm not gonna keep. This Tomatophyllum binatophyllum. This is actually this and the rubber tree are the only ones that I can fit in the shelf. But the Tomatophyllum binatophyllum, I was actually trying to sell this last fall, but well, there were some interested parties, but the sales just didn't go through, and I took off the listing because I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. And my Burgundy Ficus elastica, you already saw me talk about it earlier. And a lot of these are just simply duplicates and plants that just don't spark joy for me anymore. Like my Mandula Pothos, not that I don't love my Mandula Pothos, I love it, but it is a duplicate. And the Aglaonema, which is funny because I included this in my favorite pink plants, but I am trying to downsize, and that's probably my least favorite one, so I'm getting rid of it. And these are just lots of smaller plants that I already went through that don't spark joy for me anymore. And I just have way too many golden pothos plants. And this Marble Queen, I'm actually thinking of getting rid of this one. I am debating because this is one of my OG plants, but it just doesn't spark joy for me anymore. But this is probably one of those plants that are going to go outside and then never coming back inside. And another golden pothos, a baby Monstera deliciosa, another propagation. Again, I'm probably going to plant this outside and then see what happens to it, but it's not going to go back inside anymore. And this one is my Synapsis Pictus Exotica. This was actually gaining a lot of popularity this year as far as Synapsis Pictus variety. So this one I am probably going to sell or trade it for something, because it is a very good plant and it's a very gorgeous plant. It's not backlit. You can see how large the leaves is on this one. The Peperomia obstifolia, I already mentioned that. And this is the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma tissue culture. And since I already have a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma that I was able to rehab back, I don't really need this one. So this one is also either going to go out for a trade or for sale. And this one I'm going to keep for now. But if I get like a Monstera albo or Monstera aurea, this is probably going to go, and I'm going to replace it with that one to be a Monstera deliciosa in my room. And I do have the Fly constellation must are already here already. So yeah, that's me Marie Kondoing my plants. As you can see, I still have quite a number of plants in my background. Most of them are in my IKEA plant shelf. I have some in the corner out there, my hanging plants and my larger statement plants. But most of the plants that I want to get rid of are up there. I might have a couple of plants back here that I'm keeping just because I'm trying to rehab them, and also a couple plants that don't fit on the wicker plant shelf. I'm just putting it in there for the meantime. And so what do I plan to do with those plants? Well, like I've mentioned maybe in the vlog, I plan to mostly either give away those plants, plant them outside when spring comes and the weather's a little bit nicer. The Medula pothos, the Syndapsus exotica, the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma tetraculture, those plants I either probably going to put up for sale on Facebook Marketplace or use them for trades in any upcoming plant swaps in my area. And for the rest of them, most of them are just a lot of duplicates and pothos propagations and plants that don't really spark joy for me anymore. So I'm either just going to give them away because I don't think they're worth selling, or just plant them outside and see what happens with them. And the goal for these plants is not to get rid of all of them all at once. I mean, if I could, that would be great. But like I said, this winter time is hard to let go of these plants right now, even if I just put it outside of my house and let them be picked up by my neighbors, because it's been snowing on and off for like the past 3 weeks now. We're still expecting snow at the end of the week. So I'd rather keep these plants indoors and just let them go when the weather is a lot better, and put them up for sale when the weather is consistently better. And we will get there. I mean, it's the middle of February. March will be here soon and it will be spring before we know it. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, I hope you subscribe. I come up with houseplants and sustainable lifestyle videos every week. And you haven't yet, go check out those videos up here until my next one. But until then, I see you. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself and each other, and have a plentiful day. Bye.